Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and we got Jack as well. We were live for this entire massacre from the Denver Broncos, as you guys know. But in this one, we want to talk about the game. We want to give us our thoughts, what we took away from the most. The Jets got shut down. We are 0-3. Obviously, there is nothing positive to really spin on this game. So don't you worry, that's not what we'll be talking about. We're going to give our overall thoughts, what we saw from Zach Wilson, the coaching staff, the playmakers, the defense, the offensive line, the defensive line, everything that our initial reaction is. The game literally just ended 5 minutes ago, so you're getting a raw reaction without really listening to anybody talk to the media or without really looking at the stats or anything. So, Jack, what's good, man? What's your initial thoughts right now going into, after this game?
Yeah, totally disappointed, man. Obviously, we all knew that this was going to be a development year. Nobody really had high hopes for this season as far as, wins were concerned. But we're not even competitive in these football games. I wouldn't be upset if we were losing games and we were putting up points and we were making explosive plays on both sides of the ball. But that's just not the case through 3 games. The team looks like it has nobody leading it. Robert Saleh looks like he doesn't really know what he's doing. Mike LaFleur looks like he has no idea what he's doing. I think the Jets got 10 penalties today. There's no discipline on the team. From an offensive perspective, we've scored 20 points through 3 games, which is, less than 7 points a game, which is just completely pathetic. That's not how you win games in this league. I really don't have much confidence in Mike LaFleur. I do got to say the offensive line has played better than I thought they would thus far, but it just seems like receivers are getting no separation down the field. So Zach, occasionally he's running for his life, but, a lot of times he does have time to throw, but there's just nobody open. So we can't get the run game started. That, prevents us from really doing anything in the play action game. The offense is just a mess. The defense is hanging in there. I saw a tweet before that I think we're averaging 22 points allowed per game, which should definitely allow us to, keep on pace with teams in today's NFL. It's just our offense can't do anything out there. So our defense overall is playing well. For all the injuries we've had to deal with on that side of the ball throughout this year. But at the same time, this just total stagnant, unproductive offense. We're really feeling the loss of Greg Knapp, man. It's such a tragedy. And, as Richie pointed out the other day, he was brought in to help out Mike LaFleur. Mike LaFleur is a first-year offensive coordinator. This is his first time, with the OC job, and he just looks like he's a deer in the headlights out there, man. There's absolutely no brilliant play calling, nothing that, out of the box that, we expected to see that we haven't seen before. The offense is just a total, utter disappointment. Zach Wilson is now, sitting with 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions through 3 games. So, I wish I had better things to say, but as of right now, it just feels like the world is crumbling down around us, man. I'm trying to look for more positive things to say. I mean, like I said, the defense is hanging in there. The offensive line is playing better than I thought. They're not playing great, but they're playing better than I thought. Zach, has time to get rid of the ball sometimes. But, from an offensive perspective, we're right where we were last year, potentially even worse than last year. I mean, 20 points through 3 games. Our rookie quarterback has 2 touchdowns and 7 picks.
That's the biggest thing with me, man. Zach Wilson through 3 games, very disappointing. There's no sugarcoating it. He looked, the only time we saw Zach Wilson play good football was literally for a quarter and a half against the Panthers, coming back. And we all thought that's, a good sign because Zach Wilson looks like, he's showing upside, he's showing potential because he did that. And ever since that moment, 4 interceptions against the Patriots, 2 interceptions against the Broncos. It's just really unfortunate. You can really point fingers right now at a bunch of people. I don't think there's one person to blame for this. I think everybody needs to be held accountable to Robert Saleh, to Mike LaFleur, to the playmakers around Zach Wilson, to Zach Wilson himself, to the running game, to everything, man. It really just feels like this Jets offense in particular does not have any experience. Obviously, they don't have any continuity. They have no eagerness. They have no energy. They have no creativity. And it's really unfortunate because we all, going into the season, were, we had high expectations because we're coming off an Adam Gase-led offense. So we think like, okay, it can't be any worse than that. But, through 3 games, like Jack said, we have 20 points in total. That's absolutely terrible. That's Gase-like. If you get into the stats right here, Zach Wilson finished 19 for 35, 160 yards, averaging 4.6 yards per attempt, and had 2 interceptions, passer rating of 42.6. That's pretty much terrible. And if you look around the league right now, every single rookie quarterback is struggling. Justin Fields made his first start. He was 6 of 20, had 68 total yards. Mac Jones had 3 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence has 6 interceptions this season. It's hard to compete in this league as a young rookie, and we know that. Not every single person is going to be Justin Herbert and light it up every single time when you're a rookie. But, I'm not making excuses for Zach Wilson. He needs to be held accountable as well. The one thing that I'm really worried about with Zach in particular is I feel like his fundamentals and his footwork is really lacking. I feel like he, feels pressure coming and he gets rid of the ball when he shouldn't, and he should hold on to the ball, step into his throws. I feel like there's too many times I see Zach Wilson throwing off his back foot, not putting everything into the ball. He just is very lackadaisical. He relies too much on his arm talent. He doesn't really step in, and that's really bad because you can get away with those type of throws if that's not your habits. And I feel like that's a habit that I've been seeing from him that's repetitive, and that's a really bad sign as a rookie quarterback. That's very coachable. That's something that he needs to work on. And I'm not too concerned. I'm not here, giving up on Zach Wilson by any means necessary. He's only played 3 games. But, to sit here and tell you guys with a straight face that it is a little concerning that he has 2 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions in 3 games, that would be a lie. That it's a very concerning thing. Everybody around the league is going to look at the Jets and look at, Zach Wilson, that it's a mess all over again. And they really need to, look ourselves in the face. Robert Saleh at the top, this is a big test for him. We said it even last week. He wanted to really, he was excited for adversity, and now he has the most adversity he's ever going to face his entire life as a coach. 0-3, offense looks terrible. The defense is doing their job. I know we gave up 26 points, but, we can't expect this defense to be stellar. Going into the season, we did not expect this defense to be anything close to where it is right now. Quinton Williams had 2 sacks. The defensive line was doing their thing. We tried our best to keep them in the game, but you can't ask the defense to do everything if the offense gives us nothing. You really cannot do that. And the offense is just back-to-back games, literally looking atrocious. The run game wasn't there. The offensive line disappointed, especially the interior. Connor McGovern looked bad. Greg Van Roten looked terrible. Elijah Vera Tucker had a bad penalty. That's another thing. The penalties are really bad, and that's the stem of the coaching staff. It's not disciplined football. 9 to 10 penalties is inexcusable. They need to, clean that up. And, you guys are probably sitting there behind your screens, if you even are watching this video until the end, like, wow, like Richie and Jack are just, pessimistic right now. It's a bad look. And I know you guys are understanding why we're talking about this. It's bad. The Jets are 0-3. We're back to, the same old Jets narrative, the same old, narrative of the Jets being incompetent. But we also have to realize where we are as a franchise, that we are the youngest team in the NFL. We have 8 rookies playing across the field. We have a rookie head coach and a rookie offensive play caller. And unfortunately, the reality is we are going to struggle early on. Did I expect us to struggle this bad? No. But the reality is, in order for us to build for the future, we need to be able to get these experiences, get these growing pains. And Mike LaFleur needs to learn how to, run an offense. Zach Wilson needs to learn how to play quarterback in this league. Robert Saleh needs to learn how to be a head coach in this league. And we have so many guys all over the field that have never done this before. So it's going to be a long, season of just learning the game of football for these guys. And that's just the reason why, where we're at right now. And some people be like, I don't want patience. I want results now. But the truth of the matter is we've sucked for so long where we are right now. We're redoing the regimes. We have a brand new everything I just brought up. And it's unfortunate because the reality is the only way we can build a sustainable winner is if we go through these growing pains. And when we're in the growing pains right now, it sucks. It's terrible. There's no sugarcoating it. It's literally there's not one positive thing you can take away from this game. But at least what I'm doing, and I'm not going to, tell anybody how to think as a Jets fan, but I really keep my mind on the long term with this team right now because I feel like that's what their approach is with this entire young roster. But with that being said, we are going up against a Tennessee Titans team that's going to probably spank our ass, and it's going to be a really rough day next week. I'm excited to see what this Jets team can do, coaching wise. But long story short, to end off the video, we just need to see competence. We need to see a competitive football team. We need to see a sense of urgency. We need to see that all gas, no brick mentality that Robert Saleh is trying to put inside of his players' brains that we have lacked. There's a lot of things to clean up, and it's going to be a big, big test for this Jets coaching staff and the Jets players to look themselves in the face, look at themselves in the mirrors, look at each other as teammates to come together. Who's going to be that guy that steps up? And it's going to be a really, really rough time for this Jets team. And listen, guys, I know it's like depression feeling, it's anxiety, it's sadness. We're all in this together. Jets fans, we're passionate, we're loyal. This isn't something we're not used to, but it's something that we are excited to hopefully one day not experience once again. So that really does it for this video, guys. We appreciate you tuning in to the end. I know that it's a really unfortunate, sequence of events right now for the Jets. There's literally not really one positive thing I can take away from this game. The receivers need to do their job. The running backs need to do their job. The offensive line need to do their job. The quarterback needs to do his job. And the offensive coordinator needs to do his job. So all in all, it was just a very unfortunate day from the New York Jets. I really thought we had a chance to win this game, but we did not. So comment down below your thoughts. Feel free to vent. Feel free to let loose of how you feel about this team. It's going to be a healthy, a mess down in the comment section of everybody just ranting about how badly they hate this team and how bad we suck. And that's okay. I want you guys to comment down below how bad this team looks in your eyes. So, Jack, anything else you want to say before we end off the video quickly?
I don't know, man. I think we both hit it all. I just think, I guess it's only up from here, man. I don't see how we can sink any further low. But we did say the same thing last year with Adam Gase, and here we are. So
yeah,
anything is possible as a Jets fan. So let's just hope for a better game next week. And yeah.
All right, guys. So appreciate you all staying tuned to Jets media content. It means a lot. I know that it's a really rough start to the season, but you never know what can happen. Keep your heads up. It's not the end of the world. Let's go, Jets. I love you guys. Peace out.
Peace.